Let's start off by drawing a circle. Now, if we find the measurement of the radius and wrap it around the circumference of the circle, we find out that 3.4 radians cover half of the circle. 3.14 equals pi, and since a circle has two halves, multiply 3.14 by 2. And in conclusion, 1 whole pi equals 2 pi.
Now let's take a step back from circles and look at triangles. First, let's talk about 30, 60, 90 triangles. 30, 60, 90 triangles are found when you chop an equilateral triangle in half. This equilateral triangle is 2 inches on all sides. When I chop it in half, the bottom now becomes 1 inch, and the right side is still 2 inches.
Sure.
In the new triangle we've created, we know that this bottom angle is 90 degrees, the top angle is 30 degrees, and the corner angle is 60 degrees. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Using the Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, we know that the height of this triangle is root 3. Now for our purpose of relating the triangle back to the unit circle, let's make the hypotenuse 1 inch. When the hypotenuse of the 30, 60, 90 triangle is 1 inch, the other two sides of 1 and root 3 are just divided by 2. Now let's look at 45, 45, 90 triangles, which are also called right isosceles triangles. These are easier because 2 of the sides are always equal due to their relationship with the 2 equal angles. The hypotenuse is connected to the 90-degree angle. But let's say that these 2 sides are both 1 inch. If we do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and substitute a and b for 1 squared plus 1 squared, we will see that 1 squared plus 1 squared equals 2. We know that 2 is equal to c squared. Therefore, we have to square root the 2. But when you try to simplify square root 2, you can't. So this hypotenuse is square root 2.
Now, just like the 30, 60, 90 triangle, let's make the hypotenuse equal to 1. This is a little bit trickier with 45, 45, 90 triangles. But to go from root 2 over 1 and make it 1, you have to multiply it by 1 over root 2. Root 2 times 1 equals root 2, and 1 times root 2 equals root 2, making root 2 over root 2, which equals 1. Now with the other two sides, we also have to multiply them by 1 over root 2, and 1 over 1 times 1 over root 2 equals 1 over root 2. But you can't have a radical in the denominator, so you must multiply the 1 over root 2 by root 2 over root 2. This equals root 2 over 2, and both sides become root 2 over 2. Now let's connect these triangles back to circles. You might be wondering why we made the two hypotenuses of the triangles equal to 1. This is because in a unit circle, the radius is equal to 1. So when you plug the triangles into the unit circle, their hypotenuses fit in perfectly with the radius. Now let's try the same thing, but with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. The central angle is 30 degrees. The exterior angle is 60 degrees. and this angle is 90 degrees. We know that the hypotenuse is 1 inch long, and that the longer of the two sides is root 3 over 2. We also know that the shorter side length is 1/2. Now let's plug in one more triangle. This time we will plug in a 60, 30, 90 triangle. It has the same lengths and angles as the last triangle, but it's rotated. The central angle becomes 60 degrees, the exterior angle becomes 30 degrees, and the third angle is still 90 degrees. The hypotenuse is also still 1 inch, but now the shorter side is the x-coordinate and the longer side is the y-coordinate.